Ciao, this is Davide Biocchi speaking, and here I am with my weekly intermarket analysis. Let's start as usual with the euro dollar, and at the end, we are below the parity. So, what happened was that there was a reaction, let's say, after the data that pushed the market, the stock indices, to go up. There was a reaction of the euro against the dollar. People expected maybe a more dovish Fed, so there was a reaction. The price reached exactly that level at 1.037 that we already highlighted in advance as a strong resistance, and then down, especially after we knew through the symposium of Jackson Hole that the Fed is committed to reach the target of a more, let's say, of a inflation close to 2%, and they are committed to do that even if they will push the economy into a recession. And that's why the dollar became again more and more stronger, not only with the euro but also with other currencies, but especially with the euro, and we were and still we remain below the parity. So now the price is 0.99 and something, but let's see what is going to happen in the next session. So it's not easy to discuss about a target. We have seen a target a little bit before below 0.9. That could be an opportunity, but let's see what is going to happen. Let's switch immediately after to commodities, and let's discuss about the crude oil and about the gold. For what concerning the crude oil, what we can see is that the crude oil is really resilient. So there was an attempt to go below the price of 90. The market has reached also very similar price to 85, but then there was again a reaction, and we are still back to the level of 95. So this is quite relevant. This is quite interesting. Let's say that if the world will globally go into a recession, we expect the price of the oil going down, but in the meanwhile, this is very strong, and especially because the organization of a producer of oil, the OPEC Plus, let's say, is actively is in the process to create some rarity of this oil, so that the price can remain very close to the previous level. Let's see what is going to happen. What came really down recently was again the gold. The gold was able to reach recently again the price of 1,680, a very relevant support where there was a reaction. The price went up until the price of 1,815, but then down again. And especially because the yield of the 10 years T-note increased again above 3%, the price of gold came down again. Now we are around and a little bit below the very relevant level of 1,765. Below this price, we have chance to see again the price of 1,680. Let's see what is going to happen. And then let's go to the stock indices, and let's start with Europe, where we have the Euro Stock 50 that, let's say, where was determined the sky, and the sky here is around 3,830, and then we have a floor that is at 3,400. So this is the index that more than the others is showing us that the price is moving into a sideways. And let's say that the more the market will consolidate into this sideways, the better it will be in the future. But in short term, we have also a possibility to see the market coming back and maybe to see again the price of 3,400, or to see a reaction. In the meanwhile, we will stay in between, in my opinion, especially in Europe, where the situation of the economy is really more and more worse than in US. So let's switch to US, where we can see what happened on the S&P 500. We have seen a reaction, a very strong rally recently that started from the minimum at 3,650, but gained really a lot, especially when there was a violation of a resistance of 3,900, that in my opinion we can assume now as a relevant support. So what happened was that the market was able to arrive to 4,300, that now we can assume as the main resistance that this market, this index can find on the path of a recovery. And then we have this price coming down here. Friday was a very hard sell-off that we have seen, and probably it will continue today. Let's see what is going to happen, and let's assume, as told, this one as a support. If the market will reach this level and will definitely rebound, this is, let's say, a story. But below this, there's another different story that will tell us the opportunity to see again the previous minimum. So let's see what the market is going to offer us. And a quite similar situation we have also on the NASDAQ. The same price that is represented for the S&P 500 by 3,900 is more or less the price of 12,100 to 200 for the NASDAQ itself. So more or less around this level that we have seen was a resistance violated, and then with a pullback here. So maybe we can see the market again here. The market session of Friday was really terrible, and the futures pointed, let's say, again to a bearish open for today. So let's see what is going to happen. We will see later the situation, but in my opinion, I expect a quite volatile month until at the 21st of September we will see again the FOMC, so the Federal Open Market Committee, and finally the press conference where Powell will update us about the change in interest rates. So I expect a quite volatile month as told, and in between, let's see what is going to happen. Thank you very much for being here. See you soon. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.